This is a heartwarming story up in Rhode Island. Look, these days, because of tight state budgets and whatnot, we're trying to figure out how we can both maintain state funds and shame poor people at the same time. And so out of Rhode Island, we have an innovative new program that's going to both shame people living in poverty, particularly their children, because the children are always the most vulnerable. If you really want to shame someone, the way to do it is to hurt the children. And also maintain the integrity of state revenues.
First at 5:30 tonight, the Cranston School Department is asking for its lunch money back.
In a letter, they told parents they're hiring a collection agency because so much lunch money debt has gone unpaid.
Eyewitness News anchor Steve Nielsen has the story that's all new at 5:30. Steve?
Oh, Mike, Caroline, lunch debts are nothing new. It's a complicated issue. Some school departments and committees waive the unpaid balances at the end of the year. Others seek reimbursement. But on January 2nd, Cranston Schools will send bills to a collection agency. Lunch is so much more than food.
Nutrition is really important for healthy minds and healthy kids.
Elizabeth Burke-Bryant from Rhode Island Kids Count tells me it has lasting impacts.
And when kids aren't getting proper nutrition during the school day, it leads to a lack of concentration. It can lead to behavioral problems. Those can lead to much more difficult mental health and other issues over time.
But those lunches cost money. In a letter to parents, Cranston Schools say the unpaid lunch balance is now more than $45,000. Raymond Votto with the school department writes to parents, the district lunch program cannot continue to lose revenue. In an effort to reduce our unpaid balance, the district has retained the services of a collection agency. Only one school committee member returned my phone calls Thursday for comment. He told me to speak with Votto at the school department, who was unavailable today. A Cranston School Committee meeting agenda confirms, though, it was the committee that unanimously hired the collection agency in October. Parents I spoke with outside schools Thursday afternoon didn't want to talk on camera, but all questioned the need for a collection agency. The leaders of the Orchard Farms parent-teacher organization wrote to me, the district sending out a blanket email to all families threatening with collections during the holiday season seems very Scrooge-like. We have to remember that we are talking about children and helping these children to thrive regardless of their family's financial status.
The answer to this is to raise taxes. Now, I understand that it's possible. The state school, the school district doesn't have the ability to get these funds. And maybe this is a way of encouraging the state to raise money via property taxes. But it is absurd. There should be no charge for school lunches. This is something as society that is part of their education and a need for their education. There's no reason to charge anybody for a school lunch. It takes away the stigma of people getting free lunches. Allow everybody to get a free lunch. Raise your property taxes. In fact, let's do it one better. Take away the property taxes as the funding for these schools. And let's have the federal government fund every single public school in the country. It's absurd. It's absurd. It's just...
It's like the ultimate sort of illustration of the issues we're having.
I mean...
There's no such thing as a free lunch, but maybe there should be.
Not in America.
I mean... Of course there's a free lunch. It's just a question of who's going to pay for it. And society should pay for it. There's also no such thing as a free no lunch, because we're going to pay for this down the road. We're going to pay for kids who are malnourished and not getting an education because of it. We're going to pay for all of it one way or another. The question is, do you pay for it now and make lives better, or do you not? There's no paying for a free no lunch. We live in a society. We pay for everything. It's either you pay for it now or you pay for it later. It's like, I save money. I haven't changed my oil in my car for 75,000 miles.
Well, It's not like children are the future or anything, so it's
Right.
probably fine.
It's just unbelievable to me. Just crazy.
Be curious if that's a DSA, a local issue that's good for local DSA chapters.
To
Should
go
talk
out.
to Daniel Denver. He's
Yeah.
in the Rhode Island DSA over there.
Is he in Rhode Island?
Yeah.
Come from an